Isn't he Mexican?
Colombian.
He calls himself American.
What is this?
anchorbaby.
And in this corner, it's the American Anchor Baby.
Daddy's home.
That's an offensive term. People find that hurtful.
You mean it's not politically correct? Excuse me. I'll use the word anchor baby.
You know, he's an anchor baby in Canada.
Tell him we still rolling with Trump, too.
Anchor baby, the whole thing sounds horrific. You're just making it sound like immigrants are these horrific, greedy people.
Ustedes pueden aceptar mi negocio o aceptar las consecuencias. Plata o plomo.
So you would be considered white, in my opinion.
You the blackest one in this room.
I think so.
And what happened was his mama got pregnant on the other side of the border. And then a few hours before, just before it was time for him to pop out, she jumped across the border and let him fall on American soil. So he became the anchor baby. You don't call him the anchor baby for nothing. Amazing.
We like this anchor baby, right?
Hello, I am the American Anchor Baby, and this is my show. Thank you for tuning in. About to get started here on this fine Monday. Here, lunchtime for some, later for others. Either way, I appreciate you tuning in. Like I said, we're about to get it started here. Kind of a bit of a loosey-goosey one, running it down some news. I really enjoyed my stream this weekend, and kind of want to just follow that a little bit. Kind of loosey-goosey Monday. We're going to get into some stuff, though. Of course, the news and your calls, as always, 888-775-3773. You want to jump on the air? Get on hold. I will get to calls today. But we're going to get into some stuff, you know. You may have heard of this NHL moment where this hockey player was injured. Some say striked on purpose, really, by the skate of his opposing hockey player here. Tensions are high. The races are activated. The guy who hurt the one who's now dead is black. The one who's dead is white. And there's a bunch of mess going on. So we're going to get into a little bit of that. I want to show some in hockey insight, maybe. But also some other stuff, Maine, Robert E. Lee. There's so many things here. It's like I said, loosey-goosey, kind of going to get into the mind of the anchor baby a little bit here. And your calls, right? What's up, Danimal? If Jenny, Hate Speech, Jessica, Mr. Dave, seen a bunch of names I saw this weekend. I hope all of you enjoyed the shows on Friday and Saturday. I heard a lot of y'all had fun. I did too. So thank you. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I have a different kind of show on Fridays, sometimes Saturday, and we do the flight. We do a flight. It's a whole experience. You definitely want to check it out. It's a whole experience. You sit back in your seat. You get your first class tickets. You get your drinkies and snackies. And we fly. And sometimes, a lot of the time lately, we land that plane smoothly. We take calls, get into topics. It's great. So don't miss Fridays. Hit me up on any of the platforms, YouTube, Rumble, DLive, and some Twitch. On the weekends, I stream on Twitch because I think I could get away with more. Since the show is longer, you could get lost in the sauce and the censors and all the censors. They don't want to sit through the whole thing. I kind of fly under the radar like that. Or is it my excuse to be lazy with my channels and not show you guys love? I should be posting clips and all that. I got some good ones too. Maybe it's my excuse. Kind of flying under the radar, you pop on my channel, you really got to watch to get a taste, but we'll get it going. We'll go viral. Thank you. Hit that notification bell if you don't want to miss those shows on the weekend. They're great. I also did a stream on Saturday. Special little stream. We chilling out on Twitter, commentary on life. It was great. Took calls. I had like an 8-hour stream on Saturday. Let me think. I think it was an 8-hour stream on Saturday. Started off nice and early, cozy vibes, got into calls. I even got into this Alex Jones versus Nick Fuentes debate. Very spicy, very fun, but very cool. You want to check it out. You can't see it on YouTube. You could check it out on Rumble, though. We did a special thing on Rumble. Went through the whole debate, or really interview, from beginning to end. Two names, two men I respect, and their takes and grasp of foreign policy. So hopefully a lot of you learned something, but we also gave it our own little take. You guys know me. I'll tell you what I don't know, what I do know. I'm not this expert on the world and things like that, but I know a little something about human nature. And I know a lot of people are mad, emotional. They're saying they want you should be talking about this or should be talking about that. But for anyone who had any doubts or reservations that I'm not talking about what I truly believe is the important stuff, check out my Saturday show. And like I said, I respect those two guys. I agree with 90%. But I believe that what we're talking about on the Bond Network, I am on Jesse Lee Peterson's network, for those that don't know. And what I talk about here on American Anchor, I think it is the real thing. It's the important stuff. Overcome anger. And the things that I've discovered of my life, living it myself, okay? Check out Saturday. It was fun. And stop trying to make us fight your wars. Stop acting Jewish and making us fight your wars. So it was fun. Nice. People in the chat enjoyed it. See? Listen to the chat. They thought it was fun. So, again, I'm on rumble.com/American Anchor Baby. You can see the full VOD of the Saturday stream there. I'm on YouTube if you're watching me there. I'm also on dlive.tv/Gorgonzola. And you can hit me up on twitch.tv/Gorgonzola as well. What's up, me bits? Mildegrew, Ohio Sentinel, and TJ Hilliard, always with the peace, love, and understanding. Thank you. And me bits, that's a new name I've never seen. Shout out to the Anchor Baby. But DeSantis is on PBD, so viewership might be a bit low until 4 p.m. Eastern time. Wait a second. What do you mean? DeSantis is live right now on the PBD podcast? Oh, look at that. He is. Like I said, it's loosey-goosey. Maybe we can even watch a little bit of this. This is how I kind of do my Saturday streams and Friday streams. They're a lot more relaxed. I browse the internet with you guys, and we kind of get into stuff. So this is definitely something I would do on my weekend shows. I mean, who says I can't mix and match vibes, huh? Is that illegal? Or do we need to get all serious on American Anchor Baby Monday through Thursday? I mean, this is serious stuff. We're talking about the election. And DeSantis is one of the people, right? One of the people in the running. DeSantis, I don't know. Some people like him. I think he's a fine guy. He can run Florida and all that, but I don't think he's tough enough. And then all this anti-Semitism stuff, it's like the man went to Israel to sign bills for American citizens. That doesn't make sense to me. So the PBD podcast that DeSantis is on. Thank you for the heads up there, me bits. You know, it's funny that the PBD podcast is being that you stop. It's funny that the PVD podcast is being brought up because I had a little video from this podcast that I might have talked about actually from like a year ago. So, what a small world. I don't know. What's DeSantis saying? Let's check it out.
Security in the world, and yet this is a massive attack on their civilian population. So my sense is in Israel is that the public is very disenchanted with the government. I think they view it as having been a big problem that this happened. And so I think they're now in a situation where...
Hey, thank you for the super chat, Carver531, the faithful. Thank you for that. Says, with the super chat, says, stop acting what? Last super chat while I still can. I said, stop acting Jewish. I hear that they try and make others fight their wars, and then we get people in my chat saying, you should be talking about this or that, and they're trying to make me fight their wars. So I just thought it was funny. I'm just being funny,
they have to
YouTube.
say, okay, you have
I'm just being funny, YouTube. Don't get mad at me.
This group in the Gaza Strip, which, by the way, is not occupied territory. Israel pulled out in 2006. They elected Hamas, and I think that's been a big mistake because most of the capital goes into the terrorist infrastructure. But I think they're in a situation where
I hear that a lot. You know, this 2006 election of Hamas. Is it fair to just? Is that fair though? That was years ago. People have grown up. I mean, you know. Just kind of live commenting on Ron. I don't know if I should really be doing this right now.
Live with that type of a threat right on your border, and so they have to deal with it. I don't think it's a question of America get out of jail free. I think honestly they're going to do what they're going to do. We've been a strong ally of theirs and vice versa over the years, but we've deployed troops all over the world. We've never deployed troops there. They've always fought with their own army.
Ron did say he didn't want to send Americans out there, and I got to agree with that sentiment.
So I think
like American soldiers.
I don't think it's a question of manipulating America. I think it's you have the American people by and large have affinity for Israel. Largely, I think more from in our Christian community than anything, just based on the history of the Judeo-Christian tradition and how it's informed this country. So I think it is unique in terms of the affinity that our.
Well, that's Ron DeSantis. I don't really have anything to say. No need to really get into all this. But thank you, 𝒏𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒆𝒂𝒎. Whatever. We're chilling. It's like I said, loosey-goosey. But what can I say? Ron DeSantis, look, I'm Trump. You guys know that. And I was talking to someone over the weekend about Trump, too. He made some interesting points about Trump. Because I was saying how Trump is, he's not this forever war guy. He called out the weapons of mass destruction and the war in Iraq and the immorality of it all. And you're just not a forever war guy when you say something like that. I had an interesting call with 𝒏𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒆𝒂𝒐, I believe. Brought up good points, but I never brought up the ultimate point, which is his personality and his behavior and the spirit working through Trump, I think is more powerful than any of the other things being brought up. Whatever. Just my thoughts, rambling. Ron DeSantis. Hey. Light of the Twin Lambs, thank you for the super chat. Says Nick, are you going to cover the accident that happened in hockey? I am. Sam, I am. I will be doing that, Light of the Twin Lamps. In fact, I say we get into it. That's pretty much one of the bigger stories I'm covering. We got random stuff to get into. It's got everybody. It's got people. Emotional. It's just a wild situation. Okay. And if you don't know what happened, I believe his name. Hold on. Matt Petgrave. That's right. So if you don't know what happened, wow, my computer that's amazing. Am I still connected to the internet? Am I streaming? Okay, I'm connected. My bad. That was my end. I thought something was wrong. My apologies. But if you don't know what happened, oh my gosh. What a mess. Okay, so if you don't know what happened, there was a hockey death. There was a death of a hockey player named Adam Johnson, a British hockey player, I believe. Playing for the Pittsburgh Penguins, he has died. He died after being injured from a cut to his neck from another player's skate during the game, okay? This has happened a few times in hockey history where the skate of a player hits another player. But this one's interesting. Because personally, I've never seen anything quite like this. And I know a lot of people are saying this. I'm not this hockey expert. Let me just say this before we get into it. I'm not this hockey expert, but anybody who's caught like a sports bug, anybody who's caught like a sports bug, you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys, you'll get into watching footage, watching film. I know that's like a term. I think it's a football term, but I think it's interchangeable. Where you watch just hours of footage, plays, games, and you get a sort of sense of the game that you can't always quite put words to it. You just know how things look. Anybody who's watched tons of footage after they caught a sports book knows what I'm talking about. That doesn't mean you were there. That doesn't mean you have a godly sense of what happened. But us film watchers, us footage watchers, we know when something doesn't look right. And I've seen a bunch of videos of skates clipping other players. And they're always quite explainable, but this one's so interesting. So here's a story. 𝒏𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒆𝒂𝒎 is the player. What team is he playing for? What the? 𝒏𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒆𝒂𝒎. Internet is divided over Nottingham Panthers play. There you go. After his boot blade caused Adam Johnson's death. The calamity occurred at the Utilita Arena in Sheffield. During the 35th minute of the game, Adam Johnson, a Sheffield Steelers player, lost his footing during a prior collision and found himself in a precarious situation. This is how the news is reporting all this. They're calling it a freak accident. They're calling it a horrifying accident. He found himself in a precarious situation. In a freak accident, 𝒏𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒆𝒂𝒎's raised left foot inadvertently slashed Johnson's throat. Spectators at the arena were horrified as Johnson bled from his jersey. And it's crazy. I won't show you the whole bloody part. I do want to get into that play, that specific play, where the leg was raised and the blade went into the man's neck. Just maybe do a little Monday armchair play, slow-mo insight. You know how armchair warriors are, right? Have a little space in all things reported. But they're calling it a freak accident. It's a horrifying accident. And I think we can all agree on something here. For those who have seen it, maybe you haven't seen it yet. I'll show you in a moment. Then you can join the big fight and take a side and get into it. Of course, I advise against it. It's all emotion and ego anyways. But for those who haven't joined in, waiting to see the video or anything, some of you already know. We can all agree on this, right? The death really was accidental. I find it hard to believe that 𝒏𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒆𝒂𝒎 wanted to kill Adam Johnson. I find that Adam Johnson, 29 years old, wow, my age. Wow. So, I think we can agree it was an accident. The death was an accident, okay? And there's the video of 𝒏𝒊𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒆𝒂𝒎 afterwards in tears. And you can understand that. I think the tears were sincere in a sense. But a lot of people are taking those tears to mean the whole thing was an accident. The whole thing was just a freak accident. I'm not quite with that. I'm not quite with that because I talk about anger on the show. I learned about the truth of how evil anger is and how it's not something you can have in your life. You have to completely get rid of it. It's not something you can control. It's not something you can use. It is only negative. It's only bad. I truly believe this. I saw this truth when I heard Jesse Lee Peterson talk about it. I'm on his network now, trying to spread that message further. Because it's true. I see it as true. And I think commonly people act out in anger and then do things they regret. So I want to talk about this to have a full understanding of that. Because I think that's what's at play in this particular situation. And on top of that, the anger also explains the media response and people's taking sides and people nitpicking facts or points to either justify a man's death they never knew, never cared about till today, or otherwise. It's all there. Some people think that some people ask me to talk about the real things. How are you going to fix anything if you don't talk about the real things? Even in this hockey situation, anger would fix this. So let's get into it. How do I want to do this? So yeah, like I said, we can all agree. I think we can all agree that this was an accidental death. He didn't mean to kill him. And I want to show you the moment, the play itself, I guess. Because some of you may not even know. You may have heard of this death, but don't even know what went down. And any hockey fans in the chat, anyone who's watched a bunch of footage and knows what I'm talking about, what do you guys think about this if you haven't seen it? We're not going to see all the blood. Don't worry, squeamish people and all that. I would understand. I wouldn't want to show that. But I will show the play right as it happened. And so I guess we should just show it. I'll just show it now so we can get into this. Where did it go? Looking for the video. Nice. What's up, Lil Nick? Okay, so here's the video. Slow-mo, I believe. And, okay, so you guys can see, you guys can hear, I think so. Okay, so check it out. There was a better video. There was a better slow-mo video. Like I said, loosey-goosey, you're going to have to bear with me a little bit. There was a better slow-mo video. Kind of shows a bit more. It's grainy, but you could see a little bit more of the whole play. So people are saying, like the news, like I just read you that Newsweek article saying that Matt Petgrave, due to some collision with another player, that he lost control. You know, he just lost control. He just lost control. And, you know, his raised leg. Oh, let me pull it back up. It was such an interesting description. It was such an interesting description. Here it is. Adam Johnson, a Sheffield Steelers player, lost his footing during a prior collision. In a freak accident, Matt Petgrave's raised left foot inadvertently slashed Johnson's throat, is what this reads. In a freak accident, Matt Petgrave's raised left foot, like the left foot was just raised. It was just raised in the air, and you know, it happened to slash this man's throat. It's just a freak accident. We got it right here. This is the one I was looking for. Let us watch this a little bit here. Hockey people who watch footage. What do you guys think about this? So here's Matt Petgrave in the red here. I'm circling him with my mouse. He's being marked by this player in white on the opposing team. Okay? Adam Johnson is this player right here, all the way to the top left. Okay? Adam Johnson has the puck right now. That's who has the puck right now, okay? So the play goes out, and there's Matt Petgrave's skate into Adam Johnson, okay? The rest is gruesome, and this video doesn't show it. We don't need to show it. But we're doing a little Monday night quarterback armchair hockey night stuff here. But this is just one anchor baby's opinion who's seen a bunch of footage. But you see this guy, Matt Petgrave. He's coming in, and they're saying that he collided with this guy. That his skate collided. I don't know how people saw that. And that caused him to raise his skate. And so my thing is, how isn't it clear to you that I should be clear to people that it's Adam Johnson with the puck? So he's the target right now. He's being marked by his teammate.
You hit the TV, and now the green screen line is showing.
I did. Hey, folks, I'm just talking to JLP, who's he's actually keeping the show. Because do you want me to be honest with you? He's asking me. JLP's asking me why I didn't fix this green screen line right here that you guys are seeing. Right. And he's asking me why I haven't fixed it. You want me to be honest? Yeah. I may have low standards. Huh? I may have low standards. You do have low standards. Millennial standards. Yeah. You fixed it? They fixed.
It's fixed now. Millennials ain't got no class.
Folks, he said millennials have no class. And now I'm sweating. Well, thank you, JLP, producer, making sure the show is A-OK. You got to appreciate it. I should have fixed that. Hake mentioned that to me the other day. Hey, you got to love it. Oh, I appreciate that, JLP. You're fired. You're fired. People are laughing, enjoying Jesse on the ball. Jesse jumping in. Hey, Jesse gonna neck kick you. Don't give Jesse any skates. He may have an accident, and that'll be the end of the anchor bait. Wait, why are you guys saying he wants to kill me? He's trying to help me here. He's showing me love. He's showing me love by having me sweat and have a little pain here. You guys saying he wants to kill? He's showing me love. You guys don't know what love is. What a shame. The world doesn't know what love is. He's showing me love there. Well, maybe I'm just trying to make myself feel better. Oh, he's showing me. He's doing his job. He's being a good boss. Okay, get in line. He's showing me love. Okay, we're watching Adam Johnson and Matt Petgrave, and I'm giving you my anchor baby insight here, and I'll pop into the chat here in a moment, see what you guys are saying. But like I said, Adam Johnson is clearly the target here, and I have never seen anything like this. I'm going to show you some other moments where skates go into the air and hit people. A space cadet says, "I love your honesty, though, Nick. You are low standards." My honesty is giving me pain, though. Let's get back to the show. Adam Johnson here. I've just never seen anything like this. And so I'm not with. I want to bring a little. Sobriety to the whole situation, because there's people out here saying he's a murderer. And I just want to say, well, look, investigate the guy. I'm not trying to be soft on that at all. I heard there's already police investigating this situation. But I think this is, if you really want to have some understanding here, let's say you're like me and you're my audience and you're not the police, you're not the law. So don't trip about what he should exactly get. You'll then be able to understand what I'm going to say here is we can have an understanding here in that whatever penalty he has to serve, so be it. But I doubt this was murder. This is a perfect example of anger going too far, and then the devil tells you and shows you what you did. That's why Matt Petgrave was crying on the sidelines. He's like, I did not mean to do that. And you see what he has a history. We'll get into this too, a history of being violent. His own coach after this situation said he should have chilled out a little bit, but he defended him. And so we can all agree the accident is there. The accident is in letting your anger go too far. The accident is in never checking yourself. The accident is in thinking that you're justified in whatever actions you're doing that are excessive and violent. Murder implies intent, Mr. Mad says. I think that's fair. It might be a little nitpicky, but I'm not trying to counter-signal any justice, whatever, being seen in this situation. I just think that's the real understanding of it. This guy did not mean to kill this guy. But this, I've never seen this. They call it rough play. They call it being an enforcer. What do they call it? A goon? Goons on the ice? There are hockey players whose job is to basically take out opponents, body check them, and basically, injure them, get them out of the game. That's not a legal thing by any means, no. But what is allowed a little bit is sometimes these players get into fights. And you'll see the refs, they let them kind of throw a couple punches, then they'll break them up and throw them into the penalty box for a few minutes just to get back in the same game. They don't even get thrown out of the game when they fight. But the thing about hockey fights is you throw your gloves off, like you whip your gloves off, you grab your opponent's jersey so they can't get away, and you just start feeding them. Just start feeding them the right. You don't hit them you don't slice their neck with a skate. That's not how you do things. And so that's kind of my thoughts watching this. I want to show you a little bit of the news and how it's reported, because this is at least like negligent, like manslaughter or something, right? I guess And so check this out. Ice hockey player who accidentally killed opponent Adam Johnson with his boot blade is absolutely distraught, has been receiving vile messages from trolls. Like it's all a big love fest for this guy. And I don't want this guy to get vile messages and be harassed. None of you guys should be doing that either. I don't want that to happen to him. But there's a man dead. And I think anger killed that man. This is my opinion. That's my opinion. But I think anger killed that man. And I think those tears from 𝒏𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒆𝒂𝒎 were tears of, wow, look, I might be in trouble. I might be in a lot of trouble. Look at how far my anger took me. And then the devil lets you see what you did. Common story. Drew Miller. Anybody know Drew Miller, that name? And I see your calls coming in. 888-775-3773. I will get to you. So the other part of this whole story is the media, right? And there's a lot of people saying that the media is taking a certain tone with the whole thing.
Is it like quarterback?
Because
Drew Miller cutting
in a lot of people's opinions, it's because 𝒏𝒄𝒌𝒔𝒕𝒓𝒆𝒂𝒎 is black. And I cannot blame the public for thinking this way. We're talking about decades. And again, this is... I was going to say Canada, but that's not true. We're talking about decades. We're talking about decades of lying and conspiracy theories in the media. No, this is is this the first death by ice skate? I don't know, Mr. Mad. I believe there's been others. But the other ones were an accident where the hockey player had already hit someone and was on the ground, and someone was coming in really fast and they just couldn't turn, and they skated over the person. It was like so I don't know. This is different. This person's foot was raised up in the air. Kick with a knife manslaughter? John Frederick asks. Well, I don't know. Are you disagreeing with that? I'm not a lawyer. But isn't manslaughter like accidental killing? Like you get charged with manslaughter when you accidentally kill. You didn't mean to. Like if you drove your car and run over someone you didn't see, that's not murder, but it's manslaughter, and there's a penalty for that. But what was I saying? It's decades of conspiracy theories in the media telling us there's something called racism, and that it's so bad that black people in America, in Canada, etc., are not, they're being held back because of this force called racism. They're telling you conspiracy theories that blacks are being just picked up off the streets and put in jail because of racism. That you'll see these soft sentences on Black Lives Matter rioters or literal criminals who hurt and kill, and they'll get soft sentences. And so people are a little radicalized. Can you really blame them for going straight to this? And I think it's somewhat true. I bet you that's there a little bit. Because the media is just quick. It was a horrible. They feel bad for him. I'm reminded of something recently, too. There was a recent two-tier justice example. Austin Salyer. What was his name? Gabriel Brown. He was a student in Texas State University. Well, I don't know if Gabriel Brown was a student, but Austin Salyer was. He was killed by Gabriel Brown with a shotgun when he shot his gun through a wall into Austin's room. And in this case, they said it was an accident, a freak accident, It was a black guy. He got sentenced to 90 days. 90 days. 90 days. I mean, manslaughter, like even an accident, 90 days is what this guy got. And so people are, I think it's fair when people are saying, well, there's a two-tier justice system here, and the media seems to pick and choose. If you remember, do you remember the name William Bryan? William Bryan. William Roddy Bryan. Does that name seem familiar? William Roddy Bryan was sentenced to 35-year federal sentence. 35 years. He was sentenced earlier this month. His crime was filming the whole Ahmaud Arbery situation. You remember that? Ahmaud Arbery. Ahmaud Blahbery. Shout out the Hake Report. If you remember, in Georgia, this 25-year-old black man was killed. He was shot in what they're calling a racially motivated hate crime. He was the jogger. Remember the jogging in Georgia? The two men who followed him in the truck. Ahmaud Arbery went for the guy's shotgun, and it became a struggle for a firearm. And at that point, the owner of the gun shot Ahmaud Arbery. He chose to shoot him rather than lose control of his firearm. I think that's understandable. Anyways, the man who filmed that situation, not involved, didn't kill anyone, didn't have a gun, got 35 years. 35 years. Derek Chauvin, and probably even more recent ones. There's one that happened pretty recently, no? I just can't remember what happened. It was pretty recent, no? There was like a pretty recent sentencing, and it was wild. Oh, the subway guy. Michael Jackson impersonator. It's incredible. So you got to understand the sentiment here a little bit, where people are thinking, well, this man is being protected by the media for being black. Okay, what did I want to show you? Oh yeah, I was going to pop into the chat. What are you guys saying? What do you guys think, huh? Any hockey experts? Someone's saying accident, I think. Do we got hockey experts in the chat? We all do dumb crap, y'all. Thank you, Court Green. Welcome. In competition, you're supposed to get right to the edge of the line, but know not to cross it. Right on, Kevin Howe. Space Cadet says accident. Okay, right on. If you guys disagree, 888-775-3773. I personally, even if he didn't intend to kick him, even if the skate went up accidentally, like, I guess it gets a little bit more gray if it's like that, right? There's a difference between goon and murderer. Right on, King of Hueco Mundo. I agree. Got Your Six says he intended it. Any footage experts? What do you think about the footage? Why his leg go up like a figure skater though? Says Ivana. I'm cherry picking. Maybe I'm cherry picking. Yeah, I mean, we can all agree that death was an accident, right? Let's be real. Kevin Howe, if the races were reversed, we'd be seeing the white skater was a Trump supporter. Yeah, that's a good point, Kevin Howe. We would know everything about this. If Adam Johnson was the one who did this, we'd know everything about him. We don't know his heart, so how would we know the intent? That's a fair point, Jessica. And we may not know the bedrock intent of a man's heart, but we could see their actions, right? And we talking live? Nada, I'm live. I'm live right now, Nada. Needs better video. What do you mean, Space Cadet? I'm streaming at the highest quality I can. My point is simply, this is a guy who's had a history of this. His own coach said he should have chilled. And the only point I want to make is that anger brings you to act in certain ways that you can later regret. Anybody know soccer? Anybody know Pepe? Pepe, the defender, the Portuguese defender. He played for Real Madrid for a while. Pepe. Anybody, if you guys know who I'm talking about, Pepe. He's a defender, Pepe. If anyone knows who I'm talking about, you guys know Pepe is such a great example of what I'm talking about. This guy was known to be just crazy. You see his face contort with anger if a play didn't go his way. And this anger would translate in these moments where he'd physically try and purposely injure opponent players. He was known for this. Crazy Pepe. They'd probably look, crazy Pepe, and his face would contort with anger. And I may not know his heart, guys. I'm not here to judge him like that. But anyone who knows who I'm talking about knows that when we would watch Pepe's footage, we would all think the same thing. Man, this guy's got anger issues. This guy's got issues, like shoving his face into the ground, stepping on him. He was famous for this. His teammates would tell him to chill. He'd get red cards a bunch, but he'd play on the edge. And, he was also kind of lucrative for – look. He's just like, what? What's going on? Whoa. Hey, that's not my fault. Crazy Pepe, man. Look at him. He's like, what? Why is this guy freaking out, man? I'm just defending. This guy's such a loser, man. I mean, what's wrong with this guy? And so you can see how coaches can see it as a on the edge positive thing. And so you play the margins. You play the margins. You try to justify, smooth things over, brush it under the rug. But anger kills eventually. It'll kill you. It'll kill others. Unchecked, it grows. Yeah, you gotta love Crazy Pepe, though. I'm waiting for the one where he kicks some guy in the face. Like he does this high kick. The ball is nowhere near his foot. It's full boot to an opposing player's face. And he goes like this. He throws up his hands like, what? What happened? Anyways. But what? Why is he on the ground? Oh, Pepe Dahmer. yeah, Pepe Dahmer. Jeffrey Pepe Dahmer. Wasn't even a good player. Just angry mama on the field. Yeah, the crazy Portuguese. You guys remember? Only thing I remember about soccer is the time a goalie scored an autogol and lost the game and the Colombian cartel killed him. Yeah, that's a fascinating one. Real Mr. Mad. A little soccer there. That's true. That is true. An own goal. Anyways, we don't need to get into soccer stuff. Just a hoop and a hollow away from Jeffrey Dahmer, huh? Anyways, that's the story, I believe. Matt Petgrave. Anything else on this? Anger. Racism. I think that's everything. Kind of spent already too much time on this anyways, huh? Say we move on. I say we move on, huh? In fact, I think I'm getting calls. 888-775-3773. If you want to jump on there. Talk about what you want to talk about. Hey, what's up, Benny Mike over there on Rumble? Thank you. Rumble.com/American Anchorbaby. Hey, said Tino in the Rumble chat, you made an account yet on Saturday just to tune in onto the Rumble stream, so I thank you for that. You'd think this day and age they would have not known to have neck guards. I don't know, Benny Mike. What you're asking for is kind of a significant change to the game. Any little equipment and stuff that gets added in, it changes the game. It changes the whole game. We're talking millions, billions of dollars on the line. You start throwing, you're talking about a lot of red tape to deal with neck guards. Who knows what neck guards may stop you from doing too. Also, I don't think the NHL ever thought they needed like neck guards because we don't have an epidemic of Pepe's on the ice with the ice skates to the neck. I mean, it's just not very common. I got James out of Maryland on the air. I appreciate your call, James. Go ahead.
Hey, Nick. I was wanting to call you on my way home from work today.
First-time caller, James. I appreciate that. How'd you hear about me?
Oh, through the street.
Nice. Through the street?
No. Yeah, right?
Bomb.
No, I heard about you through Jesse Lee Peterson. I believe you became the producer.
Thank you.
And then he let you have your own little show, and he's monitoring. He's not happy with your video. Anyways.
I do appreciate it.
I was on my way home from work, and somebody loses a mattress and a dresser. And I'm not a tiny dresser. It's more than a vanity. And they're both sitting in the middle of the road. How do you just keep going and leave that there, waiting for someone? It was just going to cause an accident. It was just waiting to happen, and I almost saw it happen. I pulled over, and I pulled that out of the road, and maybe it was stupid, but I just could see it was just going to happen. Somebody was going to wreck. But how do you keep going?
So it was a mattress, a full mattress, and a dresser?
A full mattress and a dresser.
And it's
right
clear
in the
to
middle
you just saw them in the middle of the street. You didn't see how they got there?
I had to swerve around them, yes. And I had
So
to
it looks
go
like
up.
they were falling off of a car or something. Like they fell off of a truck or something?
Yeah, truck, I'm sure.
I don't know, man.
And I have my suspicions. What kind of truck, too?
Wait, what do you mean? Speak freely. What kind of suspicions?
You know,
maybe I shouldn't tell him.
immigrant kind of truck. You know what I'm talking about.
One of those hoopties that are loaded beyond, like loaded like crazy,
Yes,
where the
exactly.
vehicle is almost touching the ground.
Perhaps.
These Guatemalan Mexican hoopties.
Don't peg me there. I'm not going there, Nick. Don't put words in my mouth.
No, I said that. You didn't say that. But I'm commenting on these trucks I see out here in L.A. and they're always packed like crazy. Like,
well, my comment was, what kind of N-word does that?
I didn't hear you say that.
No, I did it in chat, buddy.
Well, thank you for doing it in chat and not here. But anyways, well, I really don't know, man. You have to be unaware. You got to understand. Maybe it's one of those U-Hauls. Now, I don't know why you drive with it with the door open.
It could have been a U-Haul. How's it a U-Haul? I don't know.
I know, right? If it was a U-Haul, it would have to. That means the door had to be open. You'd have to be all kinds of unaware to allow that to happen.
But
Either way, it had to be
keep
some
going?
unawareness.
How do you keep going? It's going to cause an accident. How do you just keep going?
Because you don't know, because you didn't see it fall off. We somewhere along the way, unawareness had a part to play in this. But you did the good thing and moved it out of the way.
You might be right. Maybe they didn't know, but
because you gotta imagine the most degenerate, whatever, demoralized, ghetto, whatever you want to say, person would pick up their mattress that fell off because they were trying to initially transport it, right? I mean, if we're gonna let's do a little process of elimination, investigative detective work here. I think that person didn't have any clue that they even lost. They're gonna get to the destination wondering where that stuff is.
How do you lose the mattress and not know, though? I don't know. Okay.
Right on,
I'm still
James.
upset about it. I'm thinking I was kind of dumb going out there to get
Someone had to do it.
because I could have got run over.
I mean, someone had to move it out the way.
Yeah, I thought the sooner the better. I almost saw 3 accidents on my way to go get it.
No,
oh, well.
The sooner the better. How do you didn't even see what happened? How do you know it's an N-word or a black person?
Because I just know.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on.
Come on, man.
No, come on, you. You don't know.
What do they call it? Occam's razor?
Occam's razor.
Okay, gotta go.
Thank you, James. Call me again. Do you love black people, James? I should have asked him that. How you a mattress and a bed? Crazy guess. Non-white? I'm not going to get mad at a crazy guess. I'm not getting mad at a crazy guess. I don't think he said guess, though. I don't think he said guess. I don't think that man's guessing. Do you love black people? Okay. What should we do now, folks? Got kind of chilling, loosey-goosey. Should we do something lighthearted? Huh? We're talking about skates and necks and blood. What the? You risked your life, caller 07. I mean, someone's got to move it out the way, right? Good Samaritan, huh? Hey, what's up, Delirious in my YouTube chat? That's a name I've never seen. Thank you for tuning in. If it is, in fact, your first time. Did I show some love to my D-Live peeps? I see y'all over there. Wrinkle hands, bing bong, kilo alpha tango. You guys are spamming twerking women in my chat. What the? Where's someone get the Holy Spirit in the D-Live chat? We need the calling the Holy Spirit. No, don't do it more. Calling the Holy Spirit into my D-Live chat. Hey, you guys want to have fun on D-Live? Follow me on dlive.tv/Gorgonzola. You could do little funny little GIFs and images and funky little like moving pictures that you can't do on other platforms. At least not on most. So, hey, check out D-Live. They got twerking females in my chat. Somebody help me. Somebody get the... What's up, Frederick? How you doing? What's up, TDS? Rome. Jim Bro Slice. We're just kind of doing a loosey-goosey show right now. Just got finished talking about that hockey player who's dead. With, I think, a little bit more than just accidental skate to the neck. Amazing. Stickers, that's what they're called. Hey, what's up, Beta Legs? Yeah, I'm on D-Live. Welcome. All right. So, what should I do next? Let's do some lighthearted stuff. Let's do some lighthearted stuff. I showed you earlier Ron DeSantis. But I was told by someone in my Rumble chat, by Me Bits, that Ron DeSantis is live on the PBD podcast. So Ron DeSantis is there continuing his, some say, failing campaign. He's trying. He's on the PBD podcast. I believe they're still live right now. Yeah, Governor Ron DeSantis, PBD podcast, episode 321. They're still talking there if you guys want to check it out after my show. And it's interesting, someone in my chat mentioned it. It's almost like serendipity, God or the Spirit or something. Or is this just a coincidence? I had happened upon a clip from that very same podcast, the PBD podcast. And it was a clip from a year ago. And it was Katie Hopkins on the PBD podcast. Katie Hopkins. I might even want to show you this whole 7-minute clip. I think it's so delicious. I think this clip is so delicious. Katie Hopkins. Lovely lady. She's a British lady. She was on The Fallen State. She was on the Jesse Lee Peterson show and had great conversations with Jesse Lee. She's a woman in politics. I think she's married too. And I'm with Hake. You don't need to worry your pretty little head about politics. But if there's any pretty little head that's worrying about politics that I respect and is, she's on it, is Katie Hopkins. Okay, she's been out there and she's super canceled. They call her a racist, misogynist. They call her an Islamophobe. You know she's on it, at least somewhat. They're calling her all those things. Do they call her an anti-Semite? And I appreciate her work. You know, anytime I have seen her, I don't really follow her. But, she's gotten a lot of flack over the years over where she's from. She was on the PBD podcast a year ago. And one of the hosts or co-hosts or maybe guest hosts on this particular podcast, episode of the podcast, his name is Adam Sosnick. Adam Sosnick. You may know him you may know him when he interviewed, it was Nick Fuentes and others on the Suscast. It was such an interesting interview there. It was like a panel. It was so interesting. Well, Adam Sosnick was talking to Katie Hopkins about a year ago. And Adam Sosnick was basically, he was incredulous about all the nasty things Katie Hopkins says about immigrants and Muslims. And so he was giving her a good call out. The man is calling out the woman. Except in this particular scenario, it seems like the woman is the alpha. And I think it's a little bit delicious where, when the ladies are cool as a cucumber. It's like, it's proof God loves all. It's proof God loves men and women equally. If you could just maintain composure and not go into the evil mind of Satan and his emotions, and you will stay in the moment, and you will get the blessing of being in the moment. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. I think I even want to show all 7 minutes of this. It's so good. I know it's from a year ago, but hey, let's enjoy our Monday here. What they're talking about is pretty interesting, though. Immigration and other things, which will be a nice segue into other things we're going to get into, because Europe is a mess. And you guys know my take as of late with the whole Israel-Palestine conflict. I think these Semites gone crazy. And I don't point out Israel's influence in our government. I'm there with you. I don't want it. Point out these Palestinians in the streets. What the heck? They're not supposed to be here. Go back to your country. Out here angry, yelling, kill the Jews, whatever. You know me. But you guys know also, this has kind of been my take a little bit. These Semites gone crazy. Europe's got to wake up. White people got to wake up and become the custodians of the world again. So, you know what I mean? Like, Christianity's got to become the custodians of the world. The people that have exemplified it in their nations, the whites, they got to do it. Get them under control. I'm saying boots on the ground, and not to fight their war or their war. I'm talking about if these Semites don't get it under control and they keep threatening nuclear war, I say boots on the ground. No more. You don't get no more sovereignty, Semites. Sorry, no more sovereignty, Semites. You guys can't handle it. So you guys are going to listen to us, and you're not going to put the world in nuclear Armageddon. Katie Hopkins on the PBD podcast. Let's watch a little bit of this. Elon Musk is making my show hard again. Elon Musk.
I hear you on that.
Yep. Quick thought for you. We're living in an attention economy. Eyeballs are everything these days. And kudos to you, because you're a brilliant talker. You know what you're saying. You're a shock jock. Like, you're a Howard Stern-esque type person. And some of the things you say are hyperbolic. Some of the things you say are true. Not everything is everything for you. I'm wondering for you, what percentage are you saying just to, as a comedian, to be hyperbolic and just to kind of throw stuff out there, and what stuff is actually factual and true? So, for instance, I have a phone in my hand. This is a phone. And you can Google things with a phone. Ooh. So, Volodymyr Zelensky, a couple quick points. He's the same height as your boy Putin. They're both 5'7". He's not 5'4". Putin isn't exactly a giant, okay? That's one. Number two, I don't give two shits about the Muslims in the UK. Oops. But a quick Google search will show you that Muslims' population will double by 2030, apparently, and go from 6.3%.
Oh, it's just a quick Google search. Well, thank you.
3% to 17% by 2050. This is Google, Katie. I don't care. Thirdly, I just Googled pictures of UK police officers with guns. Apparently, they got a lot of fucking guns. So my question to you is, what percentage of what you're saying is hyperbolic, getting eyeballs, respect, we live in that kind of world now, versus actually factual and true?
Okay. Let's go from the start there. You showing me what a phone is and saying this is a phone, that isn't really the way to start an argument, because that's to assert that I'm stupid and don't know what a phone is.
Well, you're assuming we're stupid because we can't Google things that you say as a fact checker.
Would you like me to answer what you just said?
Sure, go ahead.
Oh, dang.
We could do either one. I could go either way. But go ahead.
I'm sorry, Adam Sosnick is getting destroyed here, but this video is like buffering and acting funny. Elon Musk, man, don't do me like that.
You're assuming we're stupid because we can't Google things that you say as a fact checker.
Would you like me to answer what you just
said?
said?
Oh, dang.
We could do either one. I could go either way. But go ahead. This is all you.
Adam Sosnick career's sweating. Adam Sosnick sweating after that one.
Go ahead.
So starting off on that kind of tone, I don't think is necessary. You then go to your phone and say, I can Google this, like you've got the biggest penis on the planet.
You might have the biggest penis on the planet, Katie. I don't know.
Darling, I've got bigger balls than Caitlyn Jenner.
That's vulgar, Katie, but I appreciate you giving him the slap down. But you're a lady. No, I appreciate the slap down, though.
I actually believe you, Katie. I actually believe you. But go ahead.
You're so bad at listening, and then when you stop talking, you say, go ahead for just a moment in time.
Oh!
You can Google anything. Why don't you Google my name and see what it says on Wikipedia? Because you'll find out that I'm both a monster, that I'm bankrupted, that I have no background or backbone. You'll find out that I've bedded everybody in the UK. Many of those things
this guy's believing anything mainstream media says.
Actually be true. So just because you Googled something, that doesn't really make you Elon Musk, darling, does it? It just means maybe you can use one or two of your hands, probably at one side of your hand more than the other. It's having more practice. You
crass,
then talk about
that's some of that crass British humor, though.
Zelensky's height, as if
that's over there in that
fact,
country, they don't think the CUNT word is bad at all. And over here, we've deified women to such a level that we can't even use the swear words about their stuff. But they can use it about ours. It's PRI, whatever. They can say that word. But you know what I mean? Like, we've deified women so much in this country. So maybe some of you find her language a little crass. But,
And that's a misinterpretation of itself, isn't it? Because just because you read it on Google doesn't make it true, my flower pot, does it?
Bingo.
And then you also talk about the fact this old statistic, Muslims 6%. Walk with me, my flower. Walk with me through London, through Leicester, through Birmingham, through Bradford, and walk with me through Minneapolis, because you can call it 6% if you make that disparate in a population. But in the cities where they cluster together, you will find they have the majority. It's why they have the power. It's why we have a Muslim mayor. It's why we have a Muslim housing association.
Wow.
It's why we have a Muslim police association.
I didn't know that.
And it's why we have Sharia law in most of our cities. And finally, you managed to find a picture of a police officer with a weapon. Well done, darling. Have a gold star and do some more Googling. Maybe you could watch some Cartoon Network while we adults talk. Of course, there are armed response officers. I said that as part of my answer. But most police officers on the streets of the UK are not armed. Is that okay for you?
Yes, my little flower pot. So here's the deal.
Hold on.
Come on, Adam. That was awesome. That was a great spanking, Adam. Come on. Take it like a man. Apologize for getting a little emotional and making all sorts of strange coded accusations. Okay? Like a woman. Like the mainstream media. I know this clip is a year old, but I literally just happened upon it and someone mentioned PBD Podcast today. And no problem with PBD Podcast. I think PBD Podcast is pretty cool. Like, sincerely. This guy sucks, though. This Adam guy.
He's Googled police officers and they're holding weapons.
Oh, yeah. 6% Muslims in UK. That's what they're arguing about. And Adam Googled it. It reminds me of the 22 million number they've been saying in America. 22 million illegals. They've been saying that for a long time. They've been saying that for as long as I've been following things. I'll see clips of people saying that 10 years ago. Longer, even longer ago. So it's been 22 million for 10 plus years. Yeah, we all know that's a lie. Anyone who's got eyes to see and has been paying attention even a little bit.
Which must make him right and me wrong. I'm literally
he needs to delete his entire podcast after this. I know, but 11 million illegals. My bad. The number they tell us is 11 million. What a mess.
Talk out my arse, but look what he's done, everybody. I think that deserves.
I know, Zeus. That's why I'm even mentioning this clip. Someone mentioned in my chat that PBD has Ron DeSantis on right now.
Come on, join in.
Number one, thank you, Tyler, for Googling it on your end.
Well done,
Katie.
well done.
I appreciate. Again, I'd let off with a compliment that you're a good talker and you get eyeballs. Congratulations, you're good at that.
Little jab.
Part of the problem why you probably piss people off is you have major masculine energy. So respect to you. So I know you're saying you're married. I don't know about that. I know you're saying that you've got your...
So true, Nada. Have you been doing your Googles today, folks? Remember, do your Googles. That doesn't mean believe them, though. I never said believe all your Googles, but do your Googles, folks. What are you just going to sit there and watch your Netflix and watch your shows? You have no idea what's going on? Do your Googles. That doesn't mean believe them.
You're a family woman.
You could
But Katie, how can we trust Google, Katie?
Why don't you
I'm using your words against you, beautiful.
Listen. To pull your little winky.
I will.
And he can Google my husband.
You probably have a bigger dick than me, Katie.
All right, that's enough, Adam. That's enough out of you. She was being vulgar, but you didn't have. Okay, you went too far. You went too far. The male acting like a woman. Do you guys enjoy that? I had to show you that. I don't know why I love that. I thought it was great. A little beatdown. We gotta love a little beatdown on Monday. We get a little excitement and thrill. I know it's evil, but but she's also making great points. People are just so quick to ignore their own eyes. You know what I mean? Incredible. Amazing stuff. I had to show you that. Definitely, at least Ron signed TDS. Adam crossed the line. I know, name calling when he loses. What the? He turned into a total woman. Nice, right on, Katie Hopkins. Showing an example to some of those boys on that, at least Adam. And it's like, why counter signal so hard? It's like, what is it that you're trying to do here? There's no Muslims here. Anyways. How do I want to do this next? What do I want to do? What do I want to segue into? Where was it? Anyways, that's the beatdown of Adam Snowsnake. But I feel like it's been like that for a while now. Kind of a see no evil, like, right? You know what I mean? Like, cover your ears, go, close your eyes, go blah, blah, blah to the situation in Europe. You know what I mean? It's been like that. I'm like sweating, folks. Hold on. Hey, can anybody hear me out there? Can I get a little AC? I'm dying. Whew. If you could hear me out there, office, if you're not still doing your meeting. Oh no, am I stuck because they're doing a meeting right now? I'm freaking out. It's so hot. I'm like dying right now. Someone will help me eventually. What's going on in Panama? I hear something's going on in Panama big time. I hear some big things are happening in Panama. Yes, saved. We got Hake in the building, saving the anchor baby. I hear the AC coming on. My fears assuaged, and I'm back. Okay. Anybody know what's going on in Panama? Oh, they're banning mining deals? What the? I thought they were out in the streets protesting for a different reason. Panama. Anybody hear about this?
Panama is on fire. Massive protests are rippling across the country. Roadblocks, unions on strike, school and university classes canceled. Workers, teachers, indigenous groups are in the streets. They're protesting the government's approval of a renegotiated contract with the Canadian mining firm for the operation of Central America's largest open-pit copper mine. It's a massive land concession, almost the size of the city of Miami. Copper mine. It's a massive land concession, almost the size of the city of Miami. They say it's a handout to a foreign company. And
Sorry, Bobby Blanco and viewers whose eardrums got destroyed.
Hack on Panama's sovereignty and a threat to the environment.
So it's an environmental thing? They're ruining our natural resources, she says. We're not okay with this program. But our president already signed it. Are those Palestinian flags? Wait, what? Wait. What's the flag of Panama? What the heck are those flags? What am I seeing here? This is a protest in Panama over the mines? That's not a Palestinian flag, my bad. That is not I don't think that's that's the colors of the Palestinian flag. But the Palestinian flag has the black on top, white in the middle, green at the bottom with a red triangle. Anybody know what flag that is? What kind of flag are they flying? It's got the Palestinian colors though, so you know it's radical. It's also the colors of the Pan-African flag. Yeah, it's the colors of the Pan-African flag too. Why do all the evil movements look? Wait, what's going on here? How come all these movements have the same colors? And if there's a connection between these colors, then is there a connection between these colors? Huh? India? Huh? Ireland? You want to talk? You want to tell me something, huh? Or what about these colors, huh? Huh, Italians and Mexicans? You guys want to talk here? What's going on? What's the conspiracy? What's the big deal? Okay, I'm reading too into it.
Al pueblo le queda solamente luchar por el pueblo.
The people in the streets say they will not back down. They have just one demand: revoke the new contract.
Mientras que el gobierno no firme la derogación de la ley que aprueba la minería, nos mantenemos en la calle unidos.
We will remain in the streets
united. Porque un pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
Because the united people will never be defeated. Zeus asks in the chat, why is their movement evil? Oh, you mean the Palestinians? No. I specifically mean like angry people in American streets yelling a bunch with like they have like these LGBT Palestine flags. It's like, do you even know what the Palestinians over there are about? I don't think they're with you with the LGBT stuff. And they're out here getting into fights with other Americans. That's evil. I don't care if your politics are right.
Run by Canada's first quantum minerals, with investors including the Chinese state, the U.S. Capital Group, Fidelity, Vanguard, and BlackRock, among others. It has been in production since 2019.
Oh, Zeus meant Panama, not Palestine. Well, I don't know if their movement is particularly evil, but when you see a bunch of crowds in the streets, I used to think one thing, but now I get suspicious. When you just see crowds in the streets, more often than not, people don't really know why they're out there. And I think a protest over a copper mine is, I don't know those details, guys, but you know, when people fight over these things, it's clear, it's a little bit clearer when it's like, you know, cultural stuff, like or justice, like that cop shouldn't have killed that person. But when it's like, my government shouldn't open up a copper mine, it's like, I don't know if these people, these particular people in the street know exactly what's going on. Maybe it's positive.
And extracting
That was really stupid. Let me just forget anything I said in the last 60 seconds. I'm talking out of turn. I don't know what's going on either. I'm trying to show you a little bit because these countries. Look, I showed you these pictures. Look, and I wanted to get a little understanding what's going on there too, because these countries aren't that far away from us. And all these countries, whenever they have issues, guess where their refugees go? Guess where the Venezuelans went when they had their little thing not too long ago? Guess where they went? So I'm trying to get an understanding myself. I shouldn't have said that, though, about this movement and their government. Because I don't know, Panama. That was really stupid. 60 seconds. Forget what I said.
300,000 tons of copper a year. But 2 years ago, Panama's Supreme Court ruled that the state contract with the mine was unconstitutional because it did not serve the public good. The contract was renegotiated. This one, government officials said, was a huge improvement, offering windfall profits for the state. Last week, it was fast-tracked through Congress and signed into law by the president. But not without resistance.
Las manifestaciones sociales van a crecer como la sombra.
Why is it all women? You seen this? It's all women kind of on the side of the protesters out here. Is she black? This is a black Panaman? This is a Afro-Latina?
Cuando el sol de
El sol.
Sociales van a crecer como la
She's saying the protests are going to keep growing.
El sol declina. Y es lo que estamos observando afuera de la Asamblea y todo el día de hoy a lo largo de la geografía nacional.
This is what we're going to see. The protests are going to grow, and something about some poetry about when the sun goes down.
Y es lo que la Asamblea y el gobierno que controla el país no ha querido escuchar el clamor del pueblo panameño que sigue diciendo que Panamá no es un país minero y que no quiere el contrato minero.
Okay, she's saying the calls of the people. They're saying Panama is not a mining country and we do not want the mining contracts, she said. And she said that that's the voice, that's what the people are saying. The people are saying we are not a mining country.
The government has celebrated the new mine.
If you don't want to be a mining country, but I mean, mining's pretty lucrative. I mean, if you can make it happen, right? Who said this? Someone said this recently. I feel like it was on the Jesse Lee Peterson show today or the Hake Report about how these countries, these South American countries, African countries, they're not suffering from a lack of stuff. No, not at all. They're very wealthy in terms of things. They produce everything, especially these Latin American countries. They have oil, they have minerals, they have all sorts of things. So these African countries too, they're not suffering from a lack of things. Resources, they say. Oh, their resources were taken by the white people. They're suffering from their lack of morality. Their lack of morality. It's the people themselves. That's why Panama sucks. Bobby Blanco says, because Panama is known for so much more. Get in the mines, boy. Yeah, it's like, it's the people. You know this, but it's a good point to make. It's the people. The people are corrupt. There's danger. Nick, relax. I could school you on the Africa problem. School me, man. 888-775-3773. I would like to be schooled. But don't you agree with me, use name? Don't you agree with me that although you can point out maybe there's the evil from for example, the European countries in Africa, right? The fact that they're even trying to help. You know how help hurts, help destroys, help usually, you think you're helping people, you actually hurt them. So definitely that's on them. There is maybe even pilfering of resources because the smart people and the leaders of these African countries are willing to sell their own country out for their own personal gain. That being said, their countries are dirty and dangerous because of the people, okay? And I think these South American countries aren't suffering just from a lack of resources or something, or lack of aid or help. A lot of these, think of Haiti. I was talking about Haiti over the weekend. The Haitians rejected and threw out Christianity and Catholicism when they shook off the reins of colonialism from the French. They were a French colony. That's why they speak French over there. They kept the French, but they got rid of the Christianity and the Catholicism. And look at them now. You can track Haiti's rise and fall and probably graph it with Christianity. Because they went and took on all these pagan beliefs again. They went back to these strange rituals and behaviors and beliefs. You know what I mean? No audio? You guys say no audio? What's going on? Can you hear me? Skyjack, what's up, Skyjack, in my chat saying, what's with the audio? What's wrong with my audio? You could track this data on a graph. It's a fact, probably. Thank you, intro. Thank you, Mr. Mad. Okay, audio's fine. Speaking of rise and falls of a society and its morality, Elon Musk commented on this post. You know Elon Musk, owner of X.com, making it a free speech platform. Thank you, Elon Musk. You know, somewhat free speech. Almost all the way free speech, right? And and friggin' Elon Musk commented on a post here. He said, they absolutely want your extinction, he writes. Elon Musk, they absolutely want your extinction. What's he commenting on? He's commenting on this Washington Post video which you may have already seen a couple days ago. It's of this statue being melted down. Some of you might already know. Some of you might already know a bit about this already. Here's the story.
Years of back and forth, the Robert E. Lee statue at the center. Years of back and forth, the Robert E. Lee statue at the center of the deadly Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville has been melted down. You may remember protesters converged on the city in 2017 amid growing calls to take the statue down. During that rally, a man drove his car into a crowd of counter-protesters, killing a woman. The statue wasn't officially removed until 2021. Charlottesville City Council voted to donate it to an African-American heritage center. That center plans to repurpose the bronze for a new work of art.
Who knows what that new work of art is going to be, huh? You can already see it now. If you remember what was it? The Martin Luther King statue. Remember that? It was supposed to be the Martin Luther King embrace statue. Where did they put that up? And it looked like a turd. You guys remember? The embrace. The embrace. Oh, it's literally called the embrace. It was a bronze sculpture by Hank Willis Thomas installed on Boston Common in Boston, Massachusetts. Ah, the embrace. You guys know what I'm talking about. Here it is. They're probably going to melt this beautiful Robert E. Lee statue into a whatever this is. What the heck? Okay.
And the statue of Robert E. Lee, once the rallying point of white supremacist protests, now gone. The removal of that statue and a statue of General Stonewall Jackson marking a turning point as more cities grapple with how to address America's painful past. Here's ABC's Faith Abube.
A towering crane today plucking Confederate General Robert E. Lee statue from its pedestal in downtown Charlottesville. The monument many Americans believe glorifies slavery and white supremacy.
What the? Where did it stop?
Supremacy hauled off to cheers and applause.
Today, the
cheering. It's so. I know they're just cheering the statue and they think they're fighting racism, so you're not supposed to judge them. They truly are so blind. Americans. Like, this is such a perfect demonstration of that. These people cheering this. It's so blind. It's the exact blindness that Jesus was talking about. These people are cheering on the death and destruction of their own country. They're bringing about the thing. The country's kind of the seams are kind of coming apart, and you know, this is the seam right here. The seams are coming up. This is the seam. These are the threads falling apart as the statue gets melted down. These people cheer. These are the seams. The seams are also crime and all that, but this too. And they're cheering the end of their own country. Now you might think, well, how is this the end of America? Let's say you believe Robert E. Lee's a racist and you don't like slavery, and you know what? Abraham Lincoln and the Civil War, we done did it. Okay, it's over. And the good guys won. You know, the good guys won, and now the good guys made America and they kept the Union together. And it's just like this shallow look at the world. The good guys and the bad guys. Although that's true, there's good and evil. Then there's our interpretation of it. And just like that, these people out here, you might think, well, Civil War, we won. The Confederate statues, the Confederates, those are all evil people who wanted the Union to come apart. And they were slave owners. And it's so wrong. Because this is American history. As these things are being brought down and melted, like the report says, as they're going to melt this statue into a new piece of art, it gets replaced. It must be replaced. That's the only way it works. There's no neutrality in these things. There's no flavorlessness in a people's beliefs. You can't just go, there's no such thing as secular or atheist or neutral or, right? Flavorless culture. No such thing. Vacuums get filled. And we've already seen what this vacuum gets filled with. Hateful, angry people and Afro pics. That's what this gets replaced. We don't need to wait. That's the thing about that. That's the thing about the point I'm making is we don't need to wait. We already got the evidence. We already had the moments. The moments in history have already happened. In American history have already happened. We've already seen the vacuum left by the taking down of these statues and what it gets filled with. We already know this. Unoriginal, evil, anger, and a justification of the anger of blacks in America. That's what the statue means. If you didn't know what this statue meant. It's an Afro pic. Yeah, what this statue means, because these things mean things, right? Art, our flag, they're things we don't think about, but at the same time, they do mean, they represent something. And what this statue is saying is, hey, Black America, you are right to be angry. And we all know no one is right to be angry. All people who have anger suffer, miserable, and the path is destruction. Follow that road to anger, it leads to destruction. And that's what this statue is. This statue is telling people it's okay. It doesn't tell them how to overcome. It's even a lie. It's even a lie, too. Because it's not even a revision. It's not even like a good revision, or it's not even like, oh, well, this is history, but we're just showing another side. No, they are erasing and rewriting history. So it's not even like, there's no merit. There's not even a good side to this. It's full on lying and replacing and revising history. Know what I mean? Okay. You know what I'm saying? And this is the statue that was there in the Charlottesville thing. Thank you, Elon Musk. He said, they want you extinct, he says. What did he say? Hold on. Elon Musk writes, they absolutely want your extinction. Because he too understands what I'm saying here. This melting of the statues is about melting America and getting rid of any connection to what made America. That includes white people. That includes Europe. That includes Christianity. It includes all that. So they want to melt more than the statues. What are you guys saying in the chat? You guys see what I'm saying here? Indian and Irish flags are a little less evil. Hey, don't say that about the Italians. You're just catching up, Nathan. Well, someone tell me why they have similar colors. Do they have are the Italians and Mexicans a little closer than they want us to think? Are the Italians just the Mexicans of Europe? Are the Irish just the Indians of the UK? What does it all mean? Are the Pan-Africans just the Palestinians of the world? Lol, they might be. Use name gets it. Okay. What shall we do now, folks? There's some interesting things we can do. Lighthearted a little bit there. Robert E. Lee. And speaking of Indians, you want to laugh? You want to laugh at something stupid? You guys want to laugh at something stupid? Look, what happened to Trump? I heard Trump is actually There's a rumor going around that Trump is actually in India, that he went to India to get away from it all, honestly. They're saying they're not going to extradite him. You know, BRICS. You know, India's part of BRICS now. India's now going to be cozying up with Brazil, Russia, China. Russia being one of those countries that has some American, what's it called? Not expats, but when you run away from the government in your country, what's that called? A fugitive? Who was it? Edward Snowden? Wasn't Edward Snowden a fugitive that went to the only country that would protect him? Russia? Well, India is part of BRICS. And all American dissidents who are persecuted by the government may find a respite in India. I got a little rumor that Trump went to India. And he's out there laying low from the American regime. Can anyone confirm if this is fake news? Let's watch a video. Wow. Oh, wow. He's really getting into the culture there. Obviously, I'm joking. I'm just lighthearted, dumb thing. What do you guys? I'm just joking, obviously. I want to learn this song. I got to learn how to sing this. Koeaha. Boyapa. Boyapa. This guy's got some pipes on him, man. I got to learn this one. Kulpi. Nice. Right on, Indian Trump, Indian albino Trump. I wish you well. I hope you're not being persecuted by your government. Give Kanye that sample. Nice setup. You got me. I got someone in the chat. Kulpi. Okay. Random. I know. We're chilling. Okay. We're about an hour and a half into American Anchor, baby. I hope you've been enjoying it so far. Make sure you follow, subscribe, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. We got more Anchor, baby, coming up the rest of the week. Flights and all. They sang, oh, yeah, I want to show you this. Anti-Semitism? What should I do? Halloween violence, anti-Semitism. The women in the IDF. Oh, there's actually some good stuff we could do here. We did politics and stuff. Let's talk about maybe dating women. Yes. Here's this. Check this out. When's the last time you cried? Huh? Anybody know? Fellas? I want to show you a little video from Jubilee. I've shown you videos from Jubilee before. And these videos, where's Jubilee from? Is it from Philippines? Jubilee YouTube channel. Where are they from? Jubilee Media. It's an American mass media company. Never mind. I must be getting Jubilee confused with Jollibee. That's a Filipino company, right? It's a Filipino restaurant. Anybody ever had Jollibee? It's kind of bomb. But I grew up in Canada, where it's a little European Union over there. And I don't know. As good as Jollibee might have been, we don't need all the food, all the different countries' foods. Immigration's great. Look at all the diverse food we have. Can we follow Japan's example in this one? In Japan, now I could be wrong about this. I've never been there, and I'm seeing some stuff lately where Japan is having the same issue we're having. Immigration and all that. But I heard in Japan that you have all sorts of diverse restaurants in Japan. Jamaican, Caribbean food, Mexican food, you have it all. But you have Japanese restaurant owners. They like to appropriate culture. You don't need to import the culture to appropriate it. And I appreciate appropriators of culture. We should follow that example, huh? We don't. You can have appropriate the cultural food. You don't have to bring in the people. You know that, right? I don't like the spaghetti stuff. No, I don't have any loonies anymore, Steve C. Shout out to the Canadians and their money. They call it loonies and toonies. Don't laugh at the Canadians, okay? I think it's cute. I like it. Loony, toonie. A loonie is $1 coin in Canada. And it has the picture of the Canadian loon. It's a type of duck. So they call it a loonie. And the $2 coin, well, that's like 2 loonies. I might as well shorten that to toonie. There you go, bud. Got yourself loonies and toonies, bud. Don't make it complicated. Where was I? I wanted to show you this Jubilee video. And Jubilee is an American media company, and they put out these videos where they do like cultural commentary. And this particular one, this one is titled "Women Rank 5 Men by Attractiveness." Okay? And they got 5 guys and they got a couple of women, and they're the judges. They're judging the boys on their attractiveness. Okay? And here are the ladies. The lovely ladies. And okay, I wanted to get to the part that's important, because this is like a 16-minute video. And this is not Nick Stream Fridays. This isn't Chill Stream Saturdays. Although I'm bringing in some of those chill vibes to my Monday show, we're not going to watch the 16-minute video here. We'll do that on the weekend. But there's one part of this video that's fascinating. So I want to show you what they ranked them by first impression, by their physical appearance. One of these guys' name is Nick. They ranked this guy the lowest in physical attractiveness. Don't I kind of look like him? It's not looking good for me, folks. Not only is my IQ going to land me in the front lines when they draft me, the name Nick is being sullied on the internet. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, folks. It's not looking good.
That's my favorite types of people.
I would say that, like, I'm very middle of the road here. I am the only short hair white guy, so that's like gonna set me out of the group. It's like
they ranked this guy 5, I believe. The short hair white guy, the only short hair white guy.
Oh, look, vanilla ice cream right there.
I feel like we could leave them how they are. Yeah.
Oh, but then
he
last. He's so cute.
This is hard because I feel like Andros is so sweet. Like, I just want to protect him. Like, he looks like a baby that, like, I feel like, I don't know.
I feel like I want to protect him. He looks like a baby. Okay, folks. She's just talking about looks. And when women are just talking about looks, that doesn't mean they're actually into you. The whole look like a baby thing, it's not looking good for Andros.
Okay, let's try to switch this one and this one and see how that looks.
Which one?
Okay, let's get to it. It's dumb. I don't care about what you're talking about.
Ooh, that looked. Oh, wait. Second.
Here's the final ranking, I believe.
Sorry.
Wait, should we keep him in the middle?
So we got blue shirt. This is important. I know. Okay, you might think this is not important, but you got to know what they ranked them at. Okay, blue shirt is number 2. You see blue shirt? That's number 2. That's going to be important. That's going to be important later. Okay, then the ladies get to talk to the fellas. They get to ask them questions. They get to ask them all sorts of questions. And they ask them about crying. When's the last time you cried? Let's watch how this ended up. Let's watch what the ladies thought about the crying. Huh? Let's watch. When's the last time you cried?
When's the last time you cried?
Yeah.
Are you trying to cry now?
No, I lost my best friend this year, so it's still been a hard thing for me.
I'm so sorry.
You made me think about it.
I'm so sorry.
It hurts. It's hard. I lost my homie. It hurts.
Oh my God. Can we give him a hug?
Wait, is that allowed?
Can we give him a group hug?
Oh my gosh.
Group hug?
So sorry.
It's fine.
I feel so bad.
Get the tissues. Oh my God.
Oh, I'm so sorry, man.
It's hard. I'm not gonna joke. That was my brother.
That was my brother. Hey, it's tough.
Damn, whose question was that? No, I'm sorry. I'm kidding.
And then...
Okay, now they're going to rank them by attractiveness. Okay, so they had the crying question and they just went through that. Okay, now let's get to the ranking.
And then
just like mildly uncomfortable, which is nothing
She's
against
talking
him.
about the guy in the blue shirt who was just crying. Nothing against him. It's just uncomfortable.
Whose question was that? No, I'm sorry. I'm kidding.
And then I was just like mildly uncomfortable, which is nothing against him. Yeah.
Remember, fellas, this guy was number 2. He was the second most hottest guy to these girls. Look at where he ends up. Look at where he ends up. He was number 2.
West. At 7 points. 7 is crazy. In 4th.
Dang, he's dead last. Dead last, folks. You tell them, the women tell you, you go, hey, open up. I want you to open up. I want you to open up. Why aren't you real with me? Tell me your problems. I don't know who you are. Open up. And you hear this too. You hear this. Oh, I've even heard this in my own chat. I've seen this in my own chat where guys will be like, that's just a red pill thing. These red pill guys don't have a real woman. I could be honest with my woman. Because you'll hear these red pill guys. Don't open up to a woman because she'll just use it against you. Look, I know this is just a Jubilee video. But we just saw some of the most honest females. Yeah, it's a good clip. Everything is fake. It's funny. We just got some honesty out of these savage females, and I appreciate that. Okay, I appreciate that. But isn't that so evil? Women will do the whole oh my God, it's tough. I know, and they're lying. I mean, they're probably sincere and like, well, I wish you well. But all people who feel something for someone else is a liar, anyways. Anyone who says I feel for you, I'm sorry, they're lying. Nobody feels anything for another person. You only feel things for yourself. It's impossible to feel something like that for someone else. That's not how that works. So, but that's crazy. This is on display. This like feminine spirit. You don't judge. This is kind of like their nature. It's not about judging them, but you can't just go along with. This is why you can't go along with a woman's framework. Okay, when they praise you or criticize you, go in one ear and out the other, and allow whatever truth is in there to do its work. But you can't go with the woman's framework. They're asking you to open up, folks. Fellas, they're asking you to to open up and be open, be vulnerable. They're asking you to do this. And they're sincere in it. Here's the thing. Here's what I'm trying to describe here. Is that women don't even see the relationship between those two moments I just showed you. They don't see the connection between them going, oh, like, that's tough. Like, I feel for him. Like, wow, he's so in tune with his emotions. Like, he's really feeling this right now. He's really going through something, and I'm feeling something for him. And I feel like I'm with you, like, and we're bonding. Like, I feel like we're even closer because, like, I know something. But then they won't see the connection between that and the ick they get when they put him as the number 5 attractive person. They don't see the connection because that's why you can't judge them. They don't even realize that. They'll be like, open up, and then you do it, and they're like, ew. They're just like input output, like a little machine. Like, oh yeah, dude, I want you to do this. Oh, ew, never mind. So they'll blame them. They'll get mad at them for that. But this is like a perfect. I just thought it was a little interesting video. I'm kind of trying to kill a little time here. I do have a caller, Latin A in Cali. Thank you for your call. You're on the air.
Hi, Nick.
What's up?
Did the crazy bees happen to talk about like what they're doing for a living? Like, are they going to school?
Those women in that video?
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the Jubilee video we just saw?
Yeah.
Okay, I did see a bunch of the actual video, and I'm pretty sure one of those women are on OnlyFans. But I don't know what the others did.
Oh, okay. Because I was wondering, I mean, well, when they started saying, oh, look at how cute he is, he looks like a baby, it sounds, it scared me. It reminded me of, like, teachers who molest children in school.
Oh, wait, what do you mean?
What I mean when they were looking at a man saying, oh, he's adorable and looks like a baby.
Okay.
He's so cute.
I think I know what you mean. Is it this? Is it this? There's like a strange mama, like especially with women who don't have children and they're like school administrators or stuff like that, they'll infantilize even older boys, but they'll infantilize like, oh, my little baby, and there's like a strange Oedipus complex thing going on there. Is that kind of what you're talking about?
Well, I've just never looked at a man and thought, oh, he looks like a baby. How cute. No,
that is gross.
Like they want to effeminize men, and also a trend in women is that they want the men to shave like their entire bodies and be like baby soft and smooth, and like that's weird too. Like, why do you want your man to be like so soft and silky like a woman's body? You know what I mean?
That's the thing. I don't think they do. They say they'll say like, here's a good example. Here's a good example. When someone with an ugly baby, someone shows a crowd an ugly baby. Shout out to ugly babies, okay? No hate. But let's say this is a hypothetical. But so you show an ugly baby to a crowd. It'll be the women in that crowd that'll be the loudest, going, "Oh my God, he's so cute," lying. I think somewhere in there is the answer to your question.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
Canada.
They're lying.
Yeah, but you live in Canada though most of the time, right?
I did.
Okay.
I'd say half. I was like 9 years old.
Different culture from Canada and Americans.
Can you repeat your last statement? Sorry.
I definitely tell babies they're ugly. Okay.
Nice. Right on. Wait. Hold on. When you meet an ugly baby, you just straight up like, "Oh, ew, your baby's ugly."
I won't want to look at it.
That's pretty savage, Latin, eh?
I'll just say, "Oh, that's really adorable. Do you need a donation or something?"
That's funny. Latin A, when she's presented with an ugly baby, she goes, "Oh my God." She'll go, oh my God.
Yeah,
oh,
I'm kind of scared of it. I've seen ugly babies, and I'm scared of them.
No, I'm not saying you should go out there and go start fights and calling babies ugly. But right on, Latin A.
Dude, have you ever not seen an ugly baby? They're kind of scary. Like you wonder, like, what the heck did that come from? You know?
I know, but yeah, it's true. All little babies look like little old people to me. They look like they would look like maybe when they're 80 one day, if they get there. You know what I mean? Babies don't come out looking old.
No, there are a lot of babies that are adorable and cute. Okay.
Latin A was a pretty baby, so she's looking down on all the old wrinkly old geriatric babies.
I don't know if I was a pretty baby. But
don't show Latin A your baby.
No, but these women are feminizing.
Yeah,
they want to feminize men.
100%.
Did you say they don't want the men to shave their bodies? Because they do.
That's what I hear. I'm hearing that. I've seen videos. You'll see the Manscaped ads. They're trying to get men to I don't know,
shave all their
hair and stuff. But
okay, all right.
A little silly to me. It's just too much work. I can't be doing that every day. What do you want me to do? Heck no. Right on, Latin A. Well, they are feminizing the men out here. Thanks for your comments on that. Anything else you want to say before we move the wheels?
If those women think that they're going to find a man on that show, they are really delusional. They're just probably looking to get laid.
Yeah, get a little notoriety, right? Go on like a YouTube show, for sure. I mean, think about any dating show and all that. You see these shows, and they'll bring them on. I mean, countless, right? They call it The Bachelor. Even other shows. Has any lasting, godly relationship come out of those things? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Only crazy relationships.
Right on, Latin A. Appreciate it. You out here calling those babies uglies when these betas can't. But maybe hold your tongue sometimes. Appreciate your call, Latin A. Call me again. Bye.
Oh, thank you.
No problem. Call me again. That's funny. That's funny. Bigfoot discuss Nick sightings. Wait, what? Oh, you're making a joke, Point Fire. You got me. I was about to Google Bigfoot sighting. What do you guys want me to talk about? Right on, Latin, eh? Yep. Feminization of the men. I mean, we're talking about some of the most important things happening in this country. Men are gone, and the world is suffering. Big time. Suffering. Crying men. Suffering. Should I just, last few minutes of the show here, I got a couple of more links on the ladies. What are the women out here doing? I showed you the crying men. Anybody know who Latto is? Latto, American rapper. Can I even show you this picture? It's too vulgar. If this was the Hake Report, he would censor this. And I know the sun is still up. I know the sun isn't down. We're not swearing too much here, but this is a little bit too spicy for the daytime. American rapper Latto is going viral because of what? Because of how she behaves with her man. I don't know who her man is. I don't know if she means her husband. But Latto, an American rapper, 24 years old, has a man apparently, and she's going viral because she posts very revealing photo. Oh no! I wasn't supposed to show you that. It's not naked. It's not bad, but this woman posts a lot of revealing pictures. Okay, but she makes sure to ask her man first. Can I post this, Daddy? Can I post this picture of me in a bikini on Instagram? And only if he says yes is she okay with it. And she's going viral because a lot of guys are saying, wow, right on. That's a woman. Latto sends her pics to her man before she posts them. Is that doing too much? And here she is. I'll show a little bit. She's like, she's barely showing any. She's showing a bunch of skin here. And it says, too much for my Savage Fenty post. And then in the text, you see that her man approves it. And because her man approved it, they have a great relationship. What a great relationship. Her man approved it. And oh no, I scrolled too far. I hope nothing nasty showed. Nothing nasty showed. And so that's their relationship. And they're going viral for it. Like, right on. Hey, that's a man and that's a woman. That's how it's done. Right on. But my thing, it's just a little side note, I guess, if I'm going to jump in here and comment on this mess in the last few minutes of the show. This is a thing that women do a little bit. Just a little warning, folks, fellas. This is maybe a little warning to this guy here. You may think, I have a woman that listens. She obeys. She'll only post a bikini pic if I let her. I'm king. I'm the head of my woman. How could anything go wrong? But women do this thing where they kind of like, it looks like she's obeying, but I wonder if this guy has ever told her what she can't post. Maybe he has. What do I know? But that's how you'll really know. If you just say, no, you look good, but you're happy she asked you, but you say yes to every picture. Have you ever told her no? Then you'll really find out. Then you'll really see where you guys stand. Tell her no. Don't just say yes to everything. Tell her no, and then maybe you'll find out where you two really stand. Just a little word of advice. Unsolicited advice from an anchor baby. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, cut the line. I know, John Frederick, that's my suspicion too, but I might be judging. Like he's never said no, he says. Stop teasing, bro. Just show the photo. Boom, Nick keeping a woman in her place. I mean, personally, I would never agree to any of those photos. You're with me? Oh. Rules. You must delete your Instagram or make it private, or, there's some girls who don't have weird photos. Yeah, imagine this, fellas. Yes, there are women out there who don't have public Instagrams where it's just like thirst shot, face shot, like, look at me, look at me, look at me. even worse, scantily clad and all that. Yes, there are women like that, folks. I make my woman wear a hijab, says Chris. All right, folks, we had fun. That was the show today. I hope you enjoyed it. We got more American Anchor Baby coming at you tomorrow, Tuesday. We got Joel Friday on Tuesday. Don't miss it at 11 a.m. That's Joel Friday TV on YouTube. Don't miss The Hake Report at 9 a.m. TheHakeReport.com, streaming on many platforms. And, of course, Jesse Lee Peterson. 6 a.m. to JLP show, tried and true. Don't miss it. That's it from me. Used name in my chat is asking me, Nick, is Lin Yen-chin actually buff? Yes. I can confirm this. Why do you ask? Are you incredulous? Let me just say this. Whatever you think about Lin Yen-chin, the man is striated. Not only is he pretty jacked, he's got striations. He really is a Super Saiyan. Okay. I don't know why you're asking me that. He is half black, so he's got genetics for that. It just adds to the character at this point. I'm telling you, use name. The only thing stopping me from going on showing you the video he sent me is that, I don't know, it's a little strange. I don't want to show you shirtless Lin Yen-chin. I was a little strange he even sent me that. I was like, why is there a shirtless man in my... And then I saw it was just him showing me the work he did. And I don't care what you say. That's not gay. He's just showing me the work. Okay, I should stop doing that. I'm showing you my lack of work. I don't want to see, says Anonymous. Yeah, you don't need to see that. Yeah, I know, Mr. Mad. Why is he sending you pics of himself? But he's just trying to show the work. He's just trying to show the work. Wow, that was gay of him. Stop it. But I can confirm he's striated. I know. I don't even show my guy friends. I don't show them selfies of. That is Lin Yen-chin's way of saying be better. I think he not only sent me that, he sent me the routine how he did it. And you know what he did? He did it with just body weight. I gotta say, pretty cool. I don't even send my close friends pics of. But if I had the muscles, who knows? Maybe if I had the muscles, I'd be showing off to everybody. Shout out to everybody in my chat. I love y'all. Okay, Lin Yen-chin, everybody. We're moving on. Folks, that's the show. American Anchor Baby. Hit me tomorrow for more American Anchor Baby. Appreciate you being with me today. That's it. Let me just say bye one final time. Click the buttons. All right, folks. I had fun. I hope you did too. Catch you later. Bye.